Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
What is up guys, G here. Welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is having a great day despite not having such a good day in the market. Today I'm going to be covering GGPI stock. This is one of your favorites. It's going to be the electric vehicle company known as Polestar. So you guys know I am very bullish on this one long term. I do have a lot to cover today. Now it's not the best news, but I think it's very important. So I really recommend you guys watch to the end for this one. So we'll be covering this breaking news and we'll also take a quick look at the chart so I can give you guys my take on the technical analysis. Now these videos do take a long time to make. I have to find the articles, record the video, and also edit it. So please definitely consider hitting the like button for me. It really does help out the channel a bunch. You guys can also subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in more videos like this. And actually while you're down there, go ahead and also check out that link in the pinned comment. It's going to take you to the Unusual Whales platform, and that's going to help you guys get an edge on the options flow coming from larger institutions. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. So the first thing that I want to talk with you guys about today is actually something that just came out yesterday. So Polestar actually announced that they're going to stop taking orders for their Polestar 2, and they're citing it that is due to high demand. And I don't know if that's going to actually be worldwide, but I did see Australia in the list, and I believe the US and Canada. Now, even though that they are citing it that it's due to high demand, I do think that it might have something else to do with it. So the automaker is no longer taking orders for their electric vehicle. Earlier this month, Ford actually also stopped taking orders for their Mustang Mach-E, and the Kia also stopped taking orders for the EV6. So I want to further elaborate on the Ford because I think yesterday some news just came out that they also are going to stop halting production due to chip shortages. So linking those two things together, I think that the reason that Polestar is also stopping taking orders is probably due to chip shortages and probably due to other supply chain issues. As you guys know that there's a lot of demand for the electric battery materials, but you can just tell that the materials are in very high demand right now. I think Tesla just did some lithium motors, or at least getting some contracts for that. So linking all that together, I do think that Polestar also is going to be affected by the high material demand. Now that's just going to be me being pessimistic, but it could also just be that they're over really selling their vehicles more than they anticipated. So it could be a very bullish thing, but I'm just going to be more on the conservative side and think that it's probably due to some of the chip shortages. And I'll try to pin that Ford tweet that I actually saw about the Ford stopping the production due to their chip shortages right here. And so Polestar actually already updated all their online configurators so you can customize your vehicle, and they just added the message and advice that the order shutdown is due to high demand. That doesn't mean that they're completely not selling any vehicles. They can still sell their pre-configured vehicles that are already out in like dealerships and stuff like that. I just don't think that they can actually customize their own vehicle and purchase it that form. And yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, Canada and US are both going to be affected by that. You can see the online configurator has been shut down for both of these countries. So I think this is very huge news, guys. Obviously, they did anticipate a supply change going into this year, as they mentioned in their presentation. But even after that, they are going to stop taking orders. It's just showing that there is so much demand and interest in the electric vehicle sector, and that is unfortunately going to also hurt Polestar and essentially maybe even affect those delivery numbers for this year. As you guys remember, we did have like a huge order with Hertz, so hopefully they can still pull through with that. So 65,000 I think for over 5 or 10 years, I don't remember, but hopefully we can still get those delivery numbers done for them. But you guys let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you guys see this as a very good sign since they are having a high demand, because it's very optimistic, or more on the bearish side due to the chip shortages like I mentioned? And please guys, don't kill the messenger. I am still very bullish on Polestar. I think this is just a minor setback. I did read that somewhere that they do plan to start shipping or at least retaking orders towards the mid of May, so this will just be something temporarily. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. In the short term, this can definitely affect the stock price. Alright guys, so moving away from that, our other thing that I want to cover is going to be some updates that Polestar 2 will be receiving. It's going to be across a few different domains, so we're going to increase the sustainability, tech, and even improve some of the design. Don't know if it's really going to be an improvement to the design. I'm still getting used to the new wheel designs, but you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So the Polestar did announce new Polestar 2 upgrades. In the sustainability department, they're going to just include more aluminum parts, so the battery tray and wheels, they're going to be produced from the use of renewable energy, so that's going to help reduce the CO2 emissions by about 1,300 kilograms per car, so just being a little bit more economic friendly there. As far as the tech side goes, the optional heat pump is going to have an improved optimal temperature range, and that's going to help improve the efficiency in the cold weather. But I do think the more important change is definitely going to come to the standard single range, single motor range version, and that's going to be because they're going to give it a higher capacity battery pack and thus give it more range and also allow it for a faster charge. Now this one's not going to be available in North America just yet, but you can definitely get it in Europe. And so I don't remember quite the range that we have for Polestar right now. I think it's in like 270 something, but it's going to definitely increase the single range to about 295. Now these aren't certified, these are just numbers that they're giving from the WLTP range, so these are definitely going to have to be certified, but for now we can get an estimate around 290-295 miles per charge. As far as the charging goes, they'll be able to do up to 130 kilowatts. So definitely some nice improvements. Now there's no word that this actually is also going to go into the longer range capacity batteries. So that is something that we'll just have to wait on. But for now, we can definitely confirm that this is going to be done for the standard range single motor version. And moving on down, when I can actually show you guys the new wheel designs. Let me know your thoughts on these, by the way. But you can definitely go through some of these images. These are the new wheel designs. They're also going to have the new paint colors like I mentioned. And we're actually going to also get some new interior materials. Part of this change in the strategy for interior is actually also to increase the use of renewable, recyclable, and recycled materials. And so one way that they're actually also going to do that is to upgrade to a vegan upholstery option. And so that's going to give them greater sustainability credentials. I do have a full breakdown of all the changes that are listed for these updates. You can see the exterior colors are going to be a space and a Jupiter. This is a black, and then this is going to be like a golden. The magnesium color, which is probably one of my favorites besides the black color, because I do love the black version. I think that's going to probably be my new favorite, but the magnesium is going to now be like the default one, and that's going to be the only one that has no additional cost. So you do have to pay additional to get one of these other colors. The other updates are going to be the new designs to the standard 19 range and the optional 20-inch wheels. As for the interior, we're going to get like a new zinc color. That's going to be for the upholstery, which is going to replace the barley and also replace this reconstructed wood, which we have, with a new light ash deco. Aside from the exterior and interior, they're also going to give new accessories, so you're going to actually be able to get this removable sunshade. I think this is going to cost around $200. This is going to be for the owners with the panoramic glass roof. People will actually also be able to buy this at the Polestar Extras web shop, so they'll have a chance to get this one for some of the older models. And if you guys remember, we did get a performance software upgrade not too long ago, but that is actually now going to be included with the performance pack. And then we did cover the heat pump, which is going to give them more optimal temperature range in the colder weathers, and we also are going to have a new cabin filter that's going to be coming with an upgraded matter sensor, and all that's going to be synced in with the car app. And basically that's just going to allow the user to know how clean the air is inside the cabin. So we really do have a ton of updates coming for the Polestar 2. Tons of exterior and interior upgrades. Obviously the exterior and interior is more aesthetic, but that can definitely help with sales as well. But also the tech is going to definitely improve. I think that's the most important thing. So lots of great stuff. I think this is probably the most important upgrades, but there definitely is going to come a price with this, and that's actually where I'm a little bit more worried. So let's go ahead and shift over to that. So for the 2023 model, the Polestar is actually going to be increasing their price up by about $4,000, and this is actually not great, because one of the things that has really kept Polestar alive, or at least very competitive, is their pricing. They've been selling a lot less than Tesla, and then Tesla raised their prices again, which was further making Polestar a very attractive car. But as of today, Polestar did announce that they're going to be raising their prices by $4,000. So with all that new change with aesthetics and everything, they did kind of sneak this price tag upgrade in there. Not exactly sure how I feel right now, so the prices are going to be going up from $59,000, about $60,000 to about $64,000 now. Just kind of depending on all the plus on add-ons that you decide to add. I think this is definitely part of the inflation and the supply chains that's really causing a lot of these price rises. Like you guys know, Tesla's been rising their prices. So kind of now thinking back, I did find it weird that Polestar had not upgraded their prices, or at least upcharged more. But now it does look like it's hitting them on the production side. Now, despite the price rises, they're still going to be offering some of the safety key features like the blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic, and rear collision alerts. They're going to be selling all that still as a bundle, which doesn't really look good for Polestar, because it does look like some of the other European manufacturers like BMW where they basically sell all these standard options as an additional option for stuff that should be included in a standard 25 to 30k vehicle. They're going to be charging a little bit more. So for me, that's something that I don't really like. But then again, Tesla is starting to sell their chargers separate, so I guess manufacturers are just trying to make money where they can. But that is just something to note, that a lot of the new manufacturers are starting to sell a lot of these standard options separately. I'm not going to cover the rest of this article. It's basically going through some of the stuff that we talked about, the exterior colors, some of the other materials, and the other upgrades that basically we talked about. This is just breaking everything down with a price range if you guys are interested in taking a look at all this. The last thing on here that I really want to cover is order books for the 2023 Polestar have reopened. I know we just talked about orders being delayed or being stopped, so that just may be for the Canada and the US. It looks like Polestar Australia's configurator is still working, but they won't be getting their vehicles until late November. Alright guys, let's shift over to the chart, wrap up this video, and do some technical analysis, at least give you guys my opinion. So most of the stuff that I've covered on has been pretty spot on. We did have this ascending support, which I told you guys we probably would retest. If you guys go back and look at some of the older videos, we were trading around this monthly level, and I said since we did get underneath this, we could definitely come down here. And now it looks like most recently today we did break this ascending support. So I think in the books it's going to be about 1050 for sure, but I would actually be looking at about 1030, 1035. Obviously that's going to be towards the nice redemption level, so that is the area where I'll be looking to add some more shares. And lastly, I'm just going to expand the OBV and see kind of where we're at. On the OBV, we actually did break this nice support that we had as well, so it does look like we have some more downside, and that would kind of align with about $10.20, $10.35. So definitely keep an eye out on the OBV, especially around this area here. As you can see, this area was a very strong resistance, but on the downside, this is going to be a really good support for us. So hopefully we can hold this level and then bounce off here as well. Alright guys, shifting back to the 1 hour, obviously not too much else to cover. We did get underneath the $10.80 range. So like I said, definitely look for this lower range blocks down here. This will definitely be the area where I start looking at getting more shares. As you can see, the volume is very low, guys. We are underneath our average volume, which is not great to see. And since we did talk about the extended termination deadlines, obviously not too many eyes are going to be on this one till probably mid-May. So in conclusion, I do expect us to touch this lower $10 area, but come early June, definitely get your space boots, because I do expect us at least to have a nice run up back to around $13, $15, depending on how the market indexes perform. But I do think that a lot of the catalysts that are coming around the corner are definitely going to be great for the stock. I think in the short term, just some of the delays and some of the news that we covered today are definitely going to impact the stock in the short term. Well guys, that is going to about wrap up today's video. Hope you guys learned and found some value in today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How long are we holding Polestar till? What's your price target for this year, next year, and how do you think that some of the supply changes are actually affecting Polestar now? Like I said, some of the bad news is just going to be temporarily, and hopefully we can keep pushing forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take a second to smash the like button. It takes a long time for me to get these videos out to you guys, but I do appreciate all the support you guys give me. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, keep moving forward.